And we had an incident occur at the courthouse when an inmate was trying to be moved from a cell by a deputy and a bailiff. A fight occurred with that inmate on the way to the courtroom, and that inmate was able to disarm one of the officers. We are still investigating to find out what officer, and was able to get that gun and then shoot the deputy and then shoot and kill two bailiffs. He then shot a civilian in the arm and was taken down by two other bailiffs that came to render aid, along with several other officers. We will be releasing their names later tonight after we make sure that all family has been notified of their passing. We have counselors coming in to talk to employees, and due to this incident, the courthouse will be closed tomorrow. There'll be no court in Berrien County tomorrow. So right now we have all of our detectives, local detectives, the county detectives, the state police detectives interviewing all of the witnesses that were there. And we have the Michigan State Police Crime Lab here to process the scene. As soon as the scene is processed, the victims will be removed to Grand Rapids for an autopsy. So if I can answer any questions, that's what I have to say at this time.
Can you give us the history, sir, of those of your colleagues that were lost today? How many years have they been bailiffs, deputies? And what can you tell us about the inmate? Why was he, I think you said why was he in custody?
He was in custody for several charges. We'll give you all that update at our next press conference. We'll have all that information for you at that time, and we'll have the information on the two bailiffs that were killed at that time also. They've been, both bailiffs have been law enforcement officers for a long time, and they've been bailiffs for the last 10 years.
Can you give us more information about, more details about how he was able to get that done?
Well, that's what we're investigating right now.
Sure.
So all the detectives are piecing that together from all the cameras that we have at the courthouse, and I'll have more details here in the next couple hours to share with you on how that occurred.
Where did the fight take place, Sheriff?
The fight took place right outside the holding cell at the courthouse. As they were getting him out of the holding cell, they secured the door, and then the inmate started fighting with the deputy and bailiff, and that's when the gun was able to be taken away. He was trying to escape, and that's when he fatally wounded the two bailiffs.
As people have been leaving the courthouse, state police have been stopping them, asking them questions and writing down information. What can you tell us about what they're asking people who are leaving the courthouse?
Well, we want to make sure that we've interviewed anybody that was in the courthouse, so we're asking them if they've been interviewed yet. So the detectives are interviewing all the courthouse employees that were on the third floor, and we're releasing everybody else that did not see anything. So we want to make sure that everybody that was on that third floor gets interviewed, and that we have all the information to piece everything back together of what occurred.
You said a civilian was shot. I'm sorry, a civilian. Was it a male or a female civilian? And who was that person?
We'll have more information at the next press conference on that also.
Was the shooter handcuffed or restrained in any way?
That's we'll find out at the next. As soon as I can meet with the investigators. The area is cordoned off because it's a crime scene, and we're not going in there to look at that now until the Michigan State Police Crime Lab gets here.
Has everyone been released from the building now at this point? Is everyone released?
Yeah, the only people that are there right now are people that still need to be interviewed, but everybody else was sent home.
How many people were inside the courthouse?
The shooting was not inside a courtroom, and it was in a corridor leading from the holding cell to the courtroom.
Sheriff, do you think a arraignment, or why was he here?
That's what we'll have more for you. I have him piecing that together. He was going over for some court proceeding from the jail, and we'll have more information about exactly what that proceeding was at the next conference.
How many civilians were taking?
Pardon me?
How many civilians were taken to the hospital?
Just one.
How many were inside the courthouse?
Oh, the courthouse was doing regular business there, So all the employees were there, and I don't know how many civilians were there doing business.
Who shot and killed the inmate?
We will release that later on after I have all the information from the investigators. As soon as they piece that all together, I can give that to you at the next press conference.
So what is protocol?
Right now, your emotional toll, because obviously this touched you and somebody who you've obviously worked with. Can you talk about just what this has meant to you and the officers and deputies who work with you?
Well, our hearts are torn apart. They were our friends. They were my colleagues. I have known them for over 30 years. So it's a sad day. So what I'd like to do is the governor came down to give his support, and I'd like to turn it over to him now to say a couple words.
Could you say your name?
Sheriff Paul Bailey.
The deputy that was injured, how is he or she?
He is in stable condition at this time. Governor?
Thank you, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to be here to support a terrible day in a wonderful community. This was an awful act to have happen today. I want to reinforce the fact that we're being supportive in every way possible with the Michigan State Police in terms of helping support a good sheriff's department in terms of their investigation, the crime lab, also with counseling resources. I ask that all Michiganders put your prayers out, your thoughts and prayers with the families of the lost law enforcement officials, and that we give our thoughts and prayers to the wounded. This is a particularly tough time for law enforcement, so I ask that everyone reach out and try to be as supportive of law enforcement across the state and across the country as possible in a difficult case like this. This is a terrible event to have happen, and we need to rally together to support one another. And you can see that from the community members with me and the law enforcement members with me, but we should all be standing together to say, how do we support one another, and how do we work to make sure these things don't happen? So thank you.
Governor, why did you decide to come out today?
For what I just said. It's as simple as that. There's no other motive other than saying, this is terrible, and we need to be supportive of law enforcement. We need to support the families that have lost someone. So I thought it important to be here, and we'll continue to provide support, whatever they need, to help them get through this terrible tragedy.
Governor, thank you. Sheriff, can I ask one more question, please? What is this is difficult, I know, but what is the protocol for an inmate or someone when being walked from, like, the holding area to a courtroom or vice versa?
Well,
In terms of handcuffs and...
yeah, well, that's what we're going to determine how they were escorted in. They do it many times every day. They're moving inmates constantly between all the courtrooms. So we will, once we have more information, we'll know how he was removed from the cell and was being taken into the courtroom.
Are they supposed to be handcuffed, though? That's what
Well, it just depends on the situation.
Do we know how many shots were fired?
No, not at this time.
How many court officers were working in the courthouse today?
There was 10.
Is that enough? Is that how it normally is?
Yes.
What was a civilian doing outside of the holding cell?
That's after the inmate broke free from shooting the two bailiffs and then came out into the hallway where civilians would be when he shot one of them.
What's a bailiff?
Bailiff is a court officer that works for there's a bailiff assigned to each one of the judges.
Sheriff, in the wake of what happened in Dallas, is there anything that you'd like to tell the community right now?
Well, this is a great community, and I've been overwhelmed with calls and texts supporting us. It's a tragedy. You never know when something like this is going to happen. I can tell you that the deputies and the bailiffs are well trained, and it's one of those unfortunate situations that occurred. So we need prayers, and the families need your prayers especially, and we will move forward. This is a great community, and they will stand behind us, and we will continue to move forward.
Sheriff, you mentioned more information later on. Do you have any idea what time the press conference will be, that next update?
Sometime before 9 o'clock.
Can you mention at all just about his intent?
Excuse me?
Just in terms of, what was he prosecuted for? What was he being put away for?
That's what I have my investigators gathering. We'll release all that at the next press press conference.
Did he make any statements as he was running from the deputy?
That's what I'm going to find out.
And how many deputies or bailiffs usually transfer an inmate into the courtroom and out?
2.
Two.
Thank you for speaking with us.
Yeah.
You will let us know about the next update.
Yes, I will. All right.
Will it be right here in this same location?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.